The law firm here in Columbus of Carpenter, Lipson, Leland. And as many of you know, for almost a year, I've had the privilege of leading a coalition that has been advocating for legislative authorization of Medicaid expansion, and that group is called the Ohio Alliance for Health Transformation. And while our work at the Alliance continues in the legislature, today I am here on behalf of a related but different group, and that group is Healthy Ohioans Work. Before I get into the details of the initiated statute, and I know that we had copies of the language in the summary available in the back, as well as a news release. But before I get into the details, let me recognize some colleagues who are here with me today. I suspect that many of your questions today may focus on strategy and process, but I hope that we don't lose sight today on what is really most important: the lives of the Ohioans that we're trying to transform through this effort. So I will introduce them in a little while after my remarks, but I'm pleased to have with us today Judy Maldonado from Lorain and Sue Polzer from Athens. Thank you for being here today, and we look forward to hearing your remarks. They're here today to help us remember and to stay focused on what this is really all about. Later today, Healthy Ohioans Work will file with the Attorney General an initiated statute petition, and with it more than 5,800 voter signatures. The Constitution, of course, requires 1,000 signatures be filed at this stage, but dedicated advocates, union members, healthcare providers collected more than 5,800 signatures in just 4 days and over a holiday weekend. That is a testament to their dedication to this vital public policy issue. That is a testament to their commitment moving forward. Included in our news release is a description of the initiated statute process. I know that we have a tendency in the state to see more initiated constitutional amendments. This process is a little bit different. And there's also a link to a very useful page on the Secretary of State's website that I commend you to that provides even more detail on the process. I want to be very clear today that this action does not mean that we have given up on the General Assembly. We all know that there is a continuing discussion about expansion and Medicaid reform. We respect their process. We respect Governor Kasich for proposing it and for the fact that he continues to fight for it. But good business plans and good strategy require that you have options. I want to be clear again. We will continue to push for legislative approval this calendar year. But if that doesn't happen, we need to have a plan B. The petition being filed today provides that plan B. If need be, it puts the issue in front of the General Assembly during the first 4 months of 2014. But again, nothing has to go on the ballot next year if the General Assembly acts. And let's face facts. Getting voter approval for expansion in November of 2014 is not ideal. Practically speaking, waiting until late 2014 for approval means that Ohio will lose out on 1 year's worth of 100% federal funding for expansion. But most importantly, more than 275,000 Ohioans indeed will lose a year's opportunity to get to have better lives for themselves and their families. Of course, you know that includes more than 26,000 veterans and more than 52,000 Ohioans with unmet behavioral health needs. We believe this option, this Plan B, should be on the table. We believe even more strongly that the time is now, before the end of 2013, for the General Assembly to act and authorize extending health care coverage. The Plan B we are putting on the table is sincere and serious. If need be, there will be a robust and well-funded campaign to ensure its passage. Many of the advocate, union, provider, and business partners who have tirelessly lobbied the General Assembly in the past year for expansion will support a ballot campaign with their voices and, where possible, with their checkbooks. I also know that to a person, these folks would rather spend their time implementing healthcare extension rather than running a statewide ballot campaign next year. Look, this is not an easy public policy issue. You all know that. There are strong core beliefs on all sides. While we don't always agree, we respect the differences and ask that others respect our need to put all options on the table.